Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians, that give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the Most High, the Heavenly Father. His name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Ahia. It's Yahweh. His only begotten son name is Yahweh Shai. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christus, not Yeshaya. It's Yahweh Shai. So gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the ark and pushing the truth and believing the truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Akwa who are listening and learning. A few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from the GMS Orlando camp, coming at you another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification. Another daily edification, the Lord's willing. This be edifying. And this is the elder, Manat Zakbar from South Carolina, brought this video out, and it's called Structural Discrimination, the Unequal Opportunity Race. Really, another name for it, also generational wealth. Lord's willing to be edifying. So you see, they got Esau, Judah, Ephraim on the line, right? So you see they still got Ephraim and Judah still there. This is showing you the gap of that generational wealth that Esau have, but the northern and southern kingdom doesn't have. You Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian, Haitians does not have generational wealth here in Babylon the Great and the countries around the world. You don't have it. Why? Because this is not your kingdom. This is not your rulership. So you see, they showing you from 1492 to 1964. This one, you Negroes, Latino, Native American, West Indian, Haitians, you got a small break to start in what they call in the white man's world. You see? And this is for educational purposes only. See, you Israelites caught pure hell here, man. A lot of stumbling blocks was placed before you. And it's still racial profiling to this day, man. There will always be a separation here until Shiloh come. You see that? They got the woman running alongside, leading a little bit behind, man. You see? And that for that supposedly so-called equal women's liberation, man. You see that? See, I got Jake on the dead end, man. You see? You see that? And that's just what it is, man. Facts. Here's another one.
We economic hitmen have managed to create the world's first truly global empire, and it's basically a secret empire. We do it many ways, but principally, we identify a country that has resources our corporations covet, like oil, arrange a huge loan to that country from the World Bank or one of its sisters. The money never actually goes to the country, it goes to our own corporations to build big infrastructure projects in that country that help a few very wealthy people, but don't benefit the majority of the people who are too poor to buy electricity or have cars to drive on the highways, and yet they're left holding a huge debt that they can't repay. So we go back at some point and say, you can't pay your debts. Give us a pound of flesh, sell your oil real cheap to our oil companies. Vote with us on the next critical UN vote. Allow us to build a military base in your backyard. Something along these lines. And when we fail, the jackals go in and either overthrow or assassinate these leaders. And if the jackals fail, as they did in Iraq, then we send in the military. I don't think the failure is capitalism. I think it's a specific kind of capitalism that we've developed. We've created what I consider a mutant viral form of capitalism. And this mutant form of capitalism, which I think is really a predatory form of capitalism, has created an extremely unstable, unsustainable, unjust, and very, very dangerous world. I've met a lot of terrorists. I've interviewed them for books. I've never met one who wanted to be a terrorist. They're desperate people. If we want to get rid of terrorism, we must get rid of the root causes, that cancer that is destroying our whole system. Because I think it's really important that we understand today we cannot have homeland security unless we understand that the whole planet is our homeland.
You see that? That's the wicked, man. They sit around the table and take counsel together, man. Micah 2:2, and they covet fields and take them by violence in houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even the man in his heritage. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall you go haughtily, for this time is evil. You see? In that day shall one take up a parable against you, your wicked, the elites, and lament with a doleful lamentation, and say, we be utterly spoiled. He have changed a portion of my people. How have he removed it from me? Turning away, he have divided our fields. You see, that's what the wicked do, man. That's the rulers of this world, man. Them Job 9 and 24s. The earth was given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges. If not, wherein who is he, man? Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith, which is the elect of Israel. Yet also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Who enlargeth, his desire is hell. He has enlarged what he want, man. What does the scripture say? They say have the fatness of the earth, man, and live by the sword. Who enlargeth, his desire is hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And this what the wicked do, man. They go in and take what they want, and then they say this. Psalms 49:11. Their inward thoughts is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own name. This what they do, man. The wicked. They go in by rape, rob, murder, and pillage, and they destroy whole countries, man. This is Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Habakkuk 2 and 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and established a city by iniquity. Who is this? The wicked, man. Genesis 9 and 6. This is law, man. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of power made he man. So, it is said in Numbers 35 and 33. Your blood shall be shedded for this, man. This is Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived. Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah is not marked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh, shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit, of the Spirit reap life everlasting. So, this is Colossians chapter 3, verse 25. And it reads, But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done, and there is no respect of persons. So you got to pay for what you did, man. You got to pay for what you did, and that's what the Most High say, man. Your judgment is due. That's the lesson I did the other day, man. You shall drink of that cup. This is James 2 and 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. So your punishment is coming. It's just a matter of time, right? It's just a matter of time. James 5 and 1. Go to now, ye rich man, weep and howl, for your misery that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. But your gold and silver is cankered, man. Everything that you have done here is going to be a judgment against you. This is Isaiah 14 and 21. It reads, Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Who is this? Who filled the face of the planet with cities? The ones that's in rulership of the earth, man. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon, North America, the name and remnant, and son and nephew, saith the Lord Yahweh. So, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, what your fathers have done, which today you are your forefathers. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant, and son and nephew, saith the Lord Yahweh. When you go to Malachi chapter 1 verse 4, it reads, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, which they was, but we will return and build the desolate places. What desolate places? Put cities throughout the entire world, man. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh have indignation forever. So, the Lord say, you shall build, but he will throw down. And what happened? They put cities all around the world, man. Gotta play this again, because this shows you what these guys did, man.
We economic hitmen have managed to create the world's first truly global empire, and it's basically a secret empire. We do it many ways, but principally, we identify a country that has resources our corporations covet, like oil, arrange a huge loan to that country from the World Bank or one of its sisters. The money never actually goes to the country, it goes to our own corporations that build big infrastructure projects in that country that help a few very wealthy people, but don't benefit the majority of the people who are too poor to buy electricity or have cars to drive on the highways, and yet they're left holding a huge debt that they can't repay. So we go back at some point and say, you can't pay your debts. Give us a pound of flesh, sell your oil real cheap to our oil companies. Vote with us on the next critical UN vote. Allow us to build a military base in your backyard. Something along these lines. And when we fail, the jackals go in and either overthrow or assassinate these leaders. And if the jackals fail, as they did in Iraq, then we send in the military. I don't think the failure is capitalism. I think it's a specific kind of capitalism that we've developed. We've created what I consider a mutant, viral form of capitalism. And this mutant form of capitalism, which I think is really a predatory form of capitalism, has created an extremely unstable, unsustainable, unjust, and very, very dangerous world. I've met a lot of terrorists. I've interviewed them for books. I've never met one who wanted to be a terrorist. They're desperate people. If we want to get rid of terrorism, we must get rid of the root causes, that cancer that is destroying our whole system. Because I think it's really important that we understand today, we cannot have homeland security unless we understand that the whole planet is our homeland.
These devils, man. These devils. That's what they do. This is Proverbs 15 and 22. It reads, without counsel, proposals are disappointed, but in a multitude of counselors, they are established. Proverbs 20 and 18 reads, so this is what they do, man. They take counsel. Every purpose is established by counsel, and with good advice, make war. Okay? They establish counsel, man, and then they make war. This is what they do, man. Why is this possible? Because the Lord giving them this world to rule in wickedness, man. Okay? This world was given. Job 9:24, man. It reads, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judge thereof. If not, wherein who is he? I read Malachi 1:4. Okay? They shall be called the border of wickedness, man. This is what they do. This is Job 21:13. They spend their days in wealth and in a moment go down to the grave. So this was given to them to rule, man, in wickedness. This is their this is their world, man. If you understand how the Lord works, man, this is their wickedness. To rule wickedly, man. To bring forth chemtrails and GMO food and contaminate the waters and destroy our people with vaccines. Okay? Giving kids autism. The Lord gave them this land to do that, man. He gave them the technology to do that. This is Ezekiel 28:1. The word of the Lord Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas, which he do sit in the midst of the people. Yet thou art a man, and not God. Though thou set thine heart as the heart of God, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. It's nothing you can hide from these devils, because they rule the earth, man. Okay? They got the World Wide Web, man. They got the satellite that can watch. They watch everything, man. They didn't create that movie Enemy of the State for nothing, man. Okay? They show you in the movie Enemy of the State that they was watching, man. Okay? Everything they put in these movies, they show you what they can do, what they got. Like this new movie, The Invisible Man. This guy created a suit, this physicist tapped into the matter, and he tapped into how to do these things. That's what they do, man. They study to do these things, man. Now in this movie Invisible Man, this guy created a suit, put on this suit that makes him invisible, man. The Lord gave these devils technology to do these things, man. And that's why I tell you in Daniel 12:1 that he gonna have to send Michael the Archangel, man, in that time for thy people, man. Because these devils got so much technology. They got guns that shoot out microwave radiation frequencies that can just give you a heart attack. Okay? They got bio warfare, all type of chemicals. So the Lord gonna have to send his angel for the elect, man. Because these devils got some high grade technology, man, that you ain't never seen before. And for them to create a suit to make them invisible, man, that's a whole nother level of the game, man, of warfare, man. It's Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom. Why? Because they've been studying this for hundreds of years, man. Okay? They've been exercising that technology for hundreds of years, man. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic has thou increased thy riches. And when you understand about traffic, they traffic everything, man. Oil, guns, technology, man. Everything under the sun is controlled by the elites, man. Everything under the sun is controlled by the Job 9:24s, man. It say, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic has thou increased thy riches. It said, by thy great wisdom and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of God. Behold, therefore, I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible other nations, and they shall draw their sword against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy house. They shall bring thee down to the pit. It tell you this in Isaiah 14 as well. And thou shalt die the death of them. They are slain in the midst of the seas. You see? Wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am God? But thou shalt be a man, and no God in the hand of him that slayeth thee. Thou shalt die the deaths of the uncircumcised by the hand of strangers, for I have spoken it, saith the Lord Yahweh. So, out of all this, you're going to die grievous deaths, man. Why? Because you have heaped treasure together for the last days. And then what it said in James, let's read that one more time, just to hit that point. It say, James 5:3, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. Why? Because of your great wisdom, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Now the Lord said he would bring the strangers, the terrible other nations. Okay? It said the Lord said he's going to bring the terrible other nations against you, man. Now who's the terrible other nations? Let's read this. This is Ezekiel 38:1. It reads, and the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back. Back to what? To the old Soviet Union mindset. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine armies, horse and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with buckler and shields, all of them handling swords, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya. We know Persia is Iran. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarter, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company. They are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Russia is going to be the guard to all the nations, man. They're going to join with Russia, man. That's what the Lord said in Jeremiah 50:9. I brought this out the other day. Jeremiah 50:9, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence shall she be taken. The arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. Them arrows, this is Isaiah 13 in verse 5. It reads, let's read verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. To do what? To come against Babylon the Great. The Lord Yahweh of hosts mustered the hosts of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven. What's coming from a far country? The missiles from the other nations, man. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Hitting, just reading a point. Now, when you go down to verse 17, it reads, Isaiah 13 and 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. Against who? Babylon the Great, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows, meaning the missiles, also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, North America is the glorious kingdom on the planet right now. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch their tent there. Okay? Ain't gonna be no more no Arabians here, man. Pitching no tent. Nobody will be here. It will be laid waste. Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and the houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the island shall cry in her desolate houses, and the dragons in their pleasant places, in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. So, it's showing you, man. And it said they come from a far country. This is Revelation. 17 and 16. It reads, and the 10 horns, as a matter of fact, Revelation 17 and 15. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. For power have put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of power shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth, man. That's why they said in Isaiah 14, how hast thou become weak as we? Isaiah 14 and 5, the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked, and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke, which I read in Micah 2 and 2, in Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4. Habakkuk 2 verse 5. He who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke. He that ruleth the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. No, because I just read it. It said the Lord is the one that in Revelation, read again. Revelation 17 in verse 17, for power have put in their hearts, the other nations, to fulfill his will. You see that? And to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of power shall be fulfilled, man. So the Lord is doing this, man. That's why I say none hindereth. Let's read again. Isaiah 14 and 6. He who smote the people, the one who ruled the earth, in wrath with a continuous stroke. Right? With it Alexander, this guy, Christopher Buck alone said he couldn't put on his sword for an hour. He who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke. Man, they never put the gun down, man. They never put the gun down, man. He that ruleth the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. Because the Lord, this is the Lord will, man. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yet the fir tree rejoice, and the cedar of Lebanon, saying, Since thou art laid down, no fellows come up against us. Hell from beneath is moved for thee, to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. The Lord is doing it. It said in Revelation 17:17, is his will, man. All they speak, saying to thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worms is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. You see? Verse 16. They that see thee shall now look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the city thereof, that opened not the house of the prisoners? All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword. You can read that in Psalm 37, man. They shall be thrust through with a sword that goes down to the stones of the pit as a carcass trodden underfoot. You see? That's the judgment of Babylon the Great, man. Why? Because you have done the same thing. Okay? That cup you got to drink, man. Because you have ruled the entire planet in wickedness, man. Hey, Lord, when it's edifying, gotta give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rikah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing the truth and believing the truth to the four winds of the earth, the entire world waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Akwa who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. Lord willing, edifying till next time, I say shalom. Wa abad babal.